Welcome to Coffee Talk. I am your host, MISHUMAA SABA, M. SABA, and this is our Cultural Variety Podcast. Stay tuned. Peace, and welcome to Coffee Talk Podcast, Grown Folks Social Hour. I'm MISHUMAA SABA, M. SABA, and this is our Cultural Variety Podcast. How y'all doing tonight? Peace. It's a beautiful day. It's a chilly night here in the Twin Cities. But we here, man. It's the weekend, man. You know, the weekend sneaks up on you when you have to work during the weekend. You be asking everybody like, damn, what's the day? They be like, it's Friday. I'm ready to go shake my ass. They do, though. I guess I would be too excited for the weekend. I don't shake my ass, but I would be excited for the weekend. Because, it'd be long stretches, man. But, yeah, when you're working over the weekend, you forget it's the weekend. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm MISHUMAA SABA, M. SABA. This is Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast show. If you're new here, we are a show that appears 3 times a week. So you can find your niche, man. If it might not be tonight, it might be on Monday. If it's not on Monday, it might be on Wednesday. But we are a cultural variety podcast show that appears 3 times a week. And on Sunday and Mondays, we call that Cultural Studies Night. So, that's when we go ahead and we give props and pay homage to our doctors, our lawyers, our scholars, our poets, our authors, our people, our ancestors. So that's what we do on Sunday and Monday nights, alternate nights. On Wednesday is our sports show. But we're not your typical sports show. We don't really care about who won or lost a game. But what we like to do is talk about the different intricacies that go on in the world of sports. And then on Friday and Saturday night, as of tonight, which is Friday, this is our lounge hour. This is the hour where you can come on in. You're not going out tonight, or maybe you're preparing yourself to go somewhere tonight, but you want to tune in to Coffee Talk Podcast and get a little flavor. Well, what we do here on Friday and Saturday nights is we like to have fun. We like to not take everything so seriously. We like to, let our hair down. I don't have no hair, but y'all might want to let y'all's hair down. And we like to just enjoy ourselves, enjoy our company. And again, if you're not going out, then yeah, you should be tuned in to Coffee Talk Podcast where you can come and just enjoy yourself. You know what I'm talking about? All right. So if this is your first time tuning in, we never start a show without giving you the wise words as well as what we call the flavor. The wise words are quotes of inspiration, empowerment, motivation. So these are wise words that our ancestors, whether living or going off into the essence, have left us. So we would definitely like to start our show by dropping a few jewels of wise words. And the flavor is just a description of what are you drinking on. And so when we give you that description of what you're drinking on, we also like to provide some healthy benefits towards that before we jump into our show. Again, we are the new news media. So we're not your typical social media type news that y'all deal with in the matrix, I should say. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we're not. We're just not. And that's why we created this show, Coffee Talk Podcast. This is a media outlet, podcast, news coverage, sports, culture, and we inspire literature, we inspire reading, we inspire throughout the week to just encourage your friends, families, your elders about the science of just reading, feeding your brain, you know what I'm saying? And then again, Friday and Saturdays, man, we like to get grown. like to have a lot of fun time. So, find out where you fit in and definitely get you some flavor and enjoy this show. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right on in. Let's go ahead and start with the flavor first. So if you were enjoying the show or you're getting ready to go out, you want to stop by, first of all, I want to say we appreciate you stopping by. Again, we have a great show tonight. But tonight's flavor, grab you something. First of all, grab you something to drink. But tonight's flavor for us, man, is a strawberry daiquiri. It's Friday. It's going to get cold over the weekend. And you're in the house now and, you're comfortable. You know what I mean? And so we're going to go ahead and say the nice flavor is a strawberry daiquiri. So why do we say strawberry daiquiri? Well, let's go ahead and just give you a little summary of the 3 benefits that go into a strawberry daiquiri. Did you know that strawberries are good for you, but you get a better serving? That even means that they're even more healthier when it's served in daiquiri form. Did you know that? Yeah, absolutely. See, strawberries, what they do, and these are the benefits of the daiquiri, is that fresh strawberries are already neutral powerhouses. They're packed with vitamin C. They're packed with vitamin K. They have fiber. It's an antioxidant. So that's why we decided tonight, and it gets you tipsy. We decided tonight to call the flavor strawberry daiquiri. You know what I'm talking about? But listen, you know how we get down here at Coffee Talk Podcast. Whatever you sipping on, you know what I mean? Whatever you sipping on, whether that is some water, some wine, a smoothie, a beer, a latte, whatever you sipping on tonight, man, make sure that you're enjoying yourself and you're enjoying that flavor. All right. Y'all like my background? Got all the hottest MCs and rappers in the background. You know what I mean? I can dig it. I like it a lot. So with that being said, man, if you're watching the show on YouTube or Facebook Live and you can see the background, out of all of those guys and ladies pictured in that background, go ahead and tell me who your favorite MC, woman or male, is by looking at all of those characters in the back. Go ahead and leave that in the comments. And while you're there, take time to go ahead and hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe as well. Let's go ahead and get our subscribes up. And make sure you tell somebody that if they're not going out tonight, whatever, they can go ahead and tune in to Coffee Talk Podcast. All right. Go ahead and leave your comment on who's the best MC in that background that you can see of all those characters. All right, so moving right along, we're going to jump right into what we call the wise words. Now, the wise words tonight come from a Buddhist. That's right. You might not have never even heard of him. His name is Inhat Han. And he left these wise words for tonight. He stated, if our love is only a will to possess, it is not love. If our love is only a will to possess, it is not love. And that is from Buddhist Nahat Han. Again, when we talk about our ancestors, we talk about all of the melanated people of the world that have inspired someone, someone or have left wise words. You know what I mean? So that's Inhat Han. And again, his wise words is, if our love is only a will to possess, it is not love. You know what I mean? And the reason why I chose that as the wise word for tonight is because it kind of leads in just a little bit, but it leads into tonight's topic. Tonight's topic, again, this is Grown Folk Social Hour, so you may hear some cuss words, you may hear some humor, some sexual humor, all that. We do apologize, but like I said, this is Grown Folk Social Hour, so make sure you don't have the kids watching tonight. We have something for the kids as well as your elders, on Mondays, and and if they want to watch some sports on Wednesdays, check us out. But tonight is Grown Folks Social Hour. So again, make sure you crack yourself a beer, some water, some wine, a smoothie, a latte. You and your girl sitting in front of the fireplace. She's sipping on a caramel latte. You sipping on some wine or whatever. You sipping on a Monaco or whatever type of drink beverage you have. You know what I'm saying? And we're enjoying ourselves. We want to have some fun. So tonight's topic, I thought, is something that needs to be discussed because I'm sick and tired of it. I really am. And what tonight's topic is we're going to go over stipulations as far as with your friends versus your associates in regards to your ex. That's right. So we're going to go over stipulations of friends versus associates in regards to your ex. All right. So before we get started, I just want to put a disclaimer out there. None of this shit is personal. First of all, tonight we are less scripted than we normally are throughout the week. Normally our shows are a little bit more scripted, but we're just going off the topic. We're being ourselves. We're talking the language of the streets. We're talking the language of the people tonight. So just enjoy yourself and kick back. You might learn a little something or two. But first thing I want to do is I want to go over the definition of stipulation before we get into what we're going to talk about tonight. So let's go ahead and do that as I grab my tablet here. And I'm going to read this off to you. All right. Give me the definition of stipulation. All right. So the definition of stipulation generally means an argument, a bargain, a provision, or a condition. If the stipulation compiles with an applicable statute or rule of court, it will be binding. A stipulation can mean a fact, a promise. You know what I mean? And the reason why I wanted to read that definition off first about stipulations is because you have guys and girls, right, that will be in a relationship and their relationship will come to an end, right? But 5 years, 10 years later, they're still claiming the person that they used to be with. I'm going to say that again. So a stipulation that we're discussing tonight, and we're going to bring some clarity in here, is that when a person is in a relationship, and we don't know what the relationship could be. Some of you people use the word as side relationship, side chick, or side guy, or whatever this shit is, main girl, not main girl, wife, not wife, or whatever. But you're in a relationship and the relationship ends and it becomes past tense. And now 5 years, 10 years done passed by. Is there stipulations in place where people that you once knew cannot date the person you dated? So I want to give a breakdown based off of that in these stipulations in regards to friends and associates and the relationship rules regarding your ex. So let's go ahead and get ready to laugh and stuff, because I'm about to just be humorous. I'm about to be myself too as well. And I'm going to tell you straight off top, I'm a principle person. I'm all about principle. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely about communication. And I feel like if you really love a person or you make a female, I'm a man, I got to speak in that tongue. But if you make a girl serious, you know, y'all have kids together, y'all was once married, whatever, you communicated your love for that person to your friends, then I believe that has to be respected. And that is that stipulation. It has to be respected. You can't cross over and try to holler at one of your boys' girls that he was seriously involved with, his baby mama or his wife or whatever like that. Even if they did break up, you can't cross that line. You have to have a moral sense about yourself, some character, some integrity about yourself, and the respect for their union and their relationship. Absolutely. Right? Yeah. We have to have that. But does that change when we are discussing associates? Right. Now I'm gonna just speak for me. I would use me candidly in this conversation. Before I paint my picture, I'll tell you a little bit about me and where my opinion on this came about. Now, I was a young man that comes from an educated side of the family. And I've also came from the street side of my family. And I say that to paint this picture as to say this. When it comes to friendships, I have my friends. They're locked in. We're family. We've been friends since we were knee high, snotty-nosed kids. I don't even call my friends friends. That's family. You know? But we know so many people, and so many people know us. But I don't play with the word friends and associates in the matter that I'm unaware of what those two are and the differences. An associate could be somebody I know. Yeah, absolutely. I know you. We might have played basketball together. We might have been in a cipher together, you know what I mean? Rapping it or doing whatever. Might have went to school together, might just know some of the same people. You know what I mean? But I would say this, because I know men. And I know men can be sensitive. I know men can be insecure about this, that, and the third. But I'll tell you right now, if you just my associate, your girl ain't off limits to me. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. She's not. And I'll explain it this way. My own personal integrity and character is I wouldn't talk to your girl, right? I would be that respectful. However, there's always a however or a but. But if you haven't been with that girl, let's say y'all been broken up for 3, 5, 10, 12, 15 years, whatnot. You can't keep staking claim into her. You know what I mean? And I say that. Thank you. Thank you. I say that in regards to, because now I don't know what the situation is. And ladies can speak on this. Go ahead and leave this in the chat. But some men don't want to see you move on. So they will continue to try to push the narrative that you still their woman. Because they don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you meet nobody. And vice versa. She don't want to see you move on. She don't want to see you find a woman that appreciates you. Or she don't want to really lose a good thing. But I say, look, we cool. But if you ain't in my inner circle, your girl ain't off limits to me, homie. I'm a man first. And I expect you to be one. Oh, man, I used to date her. You actually got people nowadays that are in their 30s, 40s, 50 years old, and they'll say, oh, I used to date her back in the day. Well, when did you date her? Oh, back when I was 25. Well, how old are you now? Oh, I'm 43. I'm 44. I'm 48. No, bruh. Especially if you don't have no kids with her. Now, if you have kids with the person, that's a whole different dynamic. Your kids might know me. And I wouldn't want to bring that into the equation. That doesn't mean that it's not impossible to have the relationship still. But initially, I wouldn't want to, interrupt something like that. But you have to understand, after 3 years, 5 years, you can't keep staking claim on a woman. If that's the case, bro, you should have stayed with her. If that's the case, brother, you should go apologize and get her back. Don't come crying to me or my homeboys because your girl's out at the club now, looking good, smelling good, always been a conversationalist. She deserves happiness as well. Maybe the vibe is right. And if we're both single, why not? See, what happens is the fuckboy shit comes into play. What do you mean, Saba? The fuckboy shit would be you find out about it. And so now you want to get emotional. Now you want to begin to pillow talk and risk an association, keyword, an association between you and I. When we see each other, it's always a mutual respect. Great men recognize great men. So that is before the woman and after the woman. That mutual respect amongst men. But I hold no obligation because you are an associate. Then I fuck your woman. You would fuck mine. You're a damn lie. You say you wouldn't holler at one of my motherfucking wives or whatever, and you just an associate. We only hang. We ain't never hung. We cordial. We cool. We know some of the same people. Blah blah blah. Should there be stipulations regarding your ex intermingling with a friend or an associate? Go ahead and leave that in the comments, y'all. Let us know what your thoughts are. Can you date your friend's ex-girl? Nah. Friendship means a lot to me. It's a brotherhood. And friends communicate with one another. Friends have been together through thick and thin. If I was to go crawling through your window, my friend's going to be with me. Going to get down and stay down. So you have to have a moral respect, a moral character in regards to friendship loyalties. And my crew, as we are, elders, big uncles now. But my crew always made it a purpose to tell each other how we felt about the lady we were seeing. We didn't have to. But, friends always tell each other everything about their relationships, whether that's men or women. So we would establish that in our inner circle. Oh man, you know, I met this girl, man. I'm feeling this girl. We've been dating for 3-4 weeks now. We've been dating for 6 months now. We've been dating for 8 months now, and I'm really into her, man. She could be the one. You know what I mean? At that particular point, your friend is expressing himself on how he feels or she feels about the person she's seeing. So we respect that wholeheartedly. But like I said, a lot of people know us and we know a lot of people. I may give you that when I see you. I may do some business with you. But if there's a girl out there and you ain't dated her in 5-10 years, don't come to me when I meet her on my own merit talking about, man, I heard you talking to Tiffany, Tina, Michelle, Maria. I used to mess with her, man. I don't give a fuck. You're not my homie like that. You're my associate. Get it? There's a difference between friendship, because again, friend is like blood. And then there's an association. Association is we're cordial. We know each other. We cool. But I don't mean I trust you. You might snitch on me or you might do whatever. And maybe because we cordial, you might not do anything. But it's still a difference of trust. I wouldn't want you to trust me as an associate because, again, if I see a girl out there and right now I'm looking for a woman, I ain't going to lie to you. I'm single. I'm not used to this single shit. You know what I mean? And yeah, in my 20s, it was, you know, we out here chasing women when we were in our 20s. However, as you start to get into your uncle's age, 40 plus, early 50s, it's time to start settling down. Now, statistically, there's more women than men. And you would say to yourself, well, why can't you just go get your own girl? That's a good question. And a person could possibly do that. But at the same time, there's times when your vibe and her vibe just match better than you and hers. Or there's been particular times where she really liked your friend in the first place. Have y'all ever had that happen? Have you ever dealt with a girl and you know you was digging her and all that, but you never really made her your woman? But it was a girl you was seeing. Y'all probably have sexual relations, entanglements, or anything like that, but you wasn't really serious with her. Or maybe she came out and told your man's your associate, again, key word, associate. She come out and tell the associate, man, look, I really always liked you. I always really wanted you. You as the individual can't get mad at the associate as long as he didn't pillow talk, as long as he didn't disdain your name. But the vibe was right. So now he's seeing her. He may want to make her his woman. But I know the vibe is right. Again, what are the stipulations when regarding your ex? That's tonight's topic. What is the stipulation regarding your ex when it comes to friendship loyalties versus associates? That don't make her no hoe either. So don't get mad and go, oh, fuck you, hoe. You might live in a small town. There's some towns throughout the United States where there's only 4,000 blacks. And I apologize for quoting it like that or saying it like that. But again, we're talking the language of grown folk humor tonight. You're in a town with 3,000 people. Everybody know everybody. So you may run across a female that you once had. And yeah, you might have shared some emotional moments with her. But your biggest mistake was you never wifed her. Your biggest mistake was y'all don't have children together. Your biggest mistake was she was just a side piece to you. Well, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years later, you can't get mad at the associate that you see and happen to have respect for. Stop doing that corny shit. Stop doing that because it's corny. I remember a situation, and I'm using me, but only just to paint the pictures because, again, this is Grown Folks Social Hour, and this is our topic tonight. But I want to say that I don't use no names, no nothing like that, no character assassination, but I want to use some of my experiences. And I remember a time, man, where I knew a girl, and as far as my associate, right, we knew one another respectfully, but we didn't hang like that all the time. We went around each other. Maybe we'll see each other once a year. Maybe we'll run across each other twice a year. You know what I mean? So the girl he's meeting would actually be someone that I already knew, already been with, might already have relationship ties to years before this man ran across her. Now, as you can see, as I'm explaining it, this man doesn't know, or maybe he does. How am I not to know? Sometimes women reveal guys that they've once dated. So maybe he knew. Do you think he gave a damn about me as an associate? Hell no. As beautiful he is, as beautiful as she is, he wanted to knock that shit down. Now, can I get mad if the last time I was with her was 4 or 5 years earlier, prior to their hookup? No. Right? But in contrast, he can't get mad because she was with me way before him. And then he started dating her, or they had whatever they had. And then 5 years, 6 years, 7 years later, she's back hollering at me. If that was the case. Again, I'm just making this up as we go. I'm an associate. You an associate. Again, we might break bread together. We might be in the same clubs together. We might be in the same bars together. We might play dominoes together at some of these functions. I may consider you a cool dude. You may consider me a cool dude. But if we don't have no ties of friendship outside of the association, then where do we draw the line on stipulation? Because we know that somebody dated somebody that we know. Again, if this happened to you, go ahead and leave this in the comments. Let us know if you ever seen situations like this, if you ever been in situations like this. Again, this is Grown Folks Social Hour. So we're just having fun with a topic that is random, a topic that goes on in every community. You know what I mean? Let us know. Go ahead and hit the comments. Let me hear what you say. Go ahead and give me a what's up, man. Go ahead and leave a comment in the chat box, whatnot. We'll definitely give you a shout out. But what are the requirements? What is the stipulations, again, between friendship relationships and association relationships. Do you feel like there's any difference in that? Do you feel like you can date somebody that dated a female that you know about, right? But it's been 5 years, it's been 10 years later? Go ahead and leave that in the comments. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you call your friends and let them know Coffee Talk Podcast is on now. All right. So now we want to go ahead and jump into our second segment of the night. Tonight's segment is we're going to do what we call 5-question Q&A. It's a game that we play occasionally on Friday, Saturday nights during the Grown Folks Social Hour. And so I have 5 cards here. Some of them are titled Deep. Some of them are titled Icebreaker. And some of them are titled Would You Rather. So I'm going to go ahead and move these all around, and then we're going to select each one, and we're going to just have fun with the questions. Feel free to go ahead and participate your answers to these questions, and go ahead and leave that in the chat box, man. We want to have fun with you. We want to go ahead and talk about it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the first card to my right. And the first question, 5-question Q&A, is this question here. And again, if this is not your angle, the topic is too sensitive for you or too strong for you, or you're looking for our other shows, you may want to catch us on a Sunday, Monday night during Cultural Studies Night, or you may want to catch us on Wednesdays if you are interested in hearing some great sports stories. But tonight is Grown Folks Social Hour. Tonight, we want to have some fun, baby. You know what I mean? I ain't here to bring out no goddamn Kleenex. Stop that crying. You knew the hell she was wearing tonight. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into the question. This is question 1. A 5-question Q&A. Hey, before I jump into the question, man, I don't have my earphones on. So when I'm talking to you, I'm hearing myself speak, but may the microphone not be catching my burps. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'm doing little burps. I was going to say whole, but I don't like to say the word too often. But all right. So question 1 of 5-question Q&A is this. Would you, man or woman, do you enjoy morning sex or night sex? Now, we don't got to be vulgar with it. We do have people watching. But what is your specialty? Go ahead and leave that in the comment and let us know. Do you enjoy morning sex or nighttime sex? Now, being that I'm here narrating this, I will go ahead and just answer some of these questions so that it may encourage you to play along. You know what I mean? Somebody got to always go first when you're dealing with our people. Me, if only had to choose between morning or night, I like morning sex. And I'm gonna open up just a little bit about me in particular. What I like about morning sex is if it was real good, right? And this is kind of weird, but if it was real good, I might want to wear her scent. I ain't playing. Like, let's say we had sex at 7, right? 7 in the morning. I may want to wear her scent on my body for about 45 more minutes after the fact. I might even have some full clothes on, and I just want to smell her. You know what I mean? So that's me, man. I'm being open tonight. I'm sharing a little bit about myself, but yeah, I prefer morning sex. I like night sex too. You know what I mean? But morning sex, a man is at his strongest peak, and y'all's breath is stinking, and what I'm saying is your hair's wild and shit drew on the side of your face, and that shit is just moist. You know what I'm talking about? So that's me, man. Go ahead and let us know what your thoughts are for the first question, the 5-question Q&A. Do you enjoy morning or night sex? That's question 1. Let's move right along to question 2 of our Grown Folks Social Hour. Again, this is Grown Folks Social Hour. It's not for kids. You shouldn't even have the kids around you right now as we're watching, as we are in our session of Coffee Talk Podcast, man. But here's question 2. And this is would you rather question. Would you rather be in shape and have a great body, but an ugly face? Or would you rather have a gorgeous face, but be overweight? Go ahead and leave that in the comments. What your thoughts are on that. I'm going to go ahead and answer that question again, being that I'm narrating these questions. You know, I'm ugly anyway. So I would prefer be in great shape, man, because health is wealth, and just have the ugliest face. You know what I mean? Because as you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What's your thoughts, man? Go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know. Would you rather be in shape and have an ugly face, a mean grill, or would you rather have? Would you rather look like Burt Lancaster with and be overweight? Would you rather look like Billy D. Williams, Colt 45, and be overweight? Would you rather look like Samuel Jackson's ugly ass? But have a great physique. Or you want your girl to have a Coke bottle body, but look like Alice Dagoon? Go ahead and leave it in the comments, man. Let us know what your thoughts are. This is 5-question Q&A. This is Coffee Talk Podcast, the cultural variety podcast show. I am your host, MISHUMAA SABA, M.SABA. And this is a cultural variety podcast show. No doubt, no doubt. This is the Grown Folks Social Hour, man. You know what I mean? We will be having some more episodes coming up as we get warmer, where we'll be having guests coming into the big studio, man, and we'll be sitting around playing the 5-10 question Q&A and just having a great time. So make sure you continue to support and follow and subscribe to Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast show. All right, let's go into number 3 of our 5-question Q&A. Here's the question. How many dates should be had before you have sex with the person? How many dates should you go out on with this person before y'all have sex? Now, I know a large majority of us black folks, we might be, it'd be a lot of one-nighters. It'd be a lot of one-nighters. And I don't say one-nighter like hit it and quit it, but I'm just saying that we didn't go on 5, 6, 7, 8 dates. The vibe was so dope. I'm so dope. She's so dope. We just hit it off. You know what I mean? That happens sometimes with people. You know what I'm saying? And again, none of this is personal. This is just stuff we talk about. Again, you know, this is called lounge humor. You know, we're in the lounge. We're having fun. You know, but I want y'all to answer that question. Leave it in the comments. How many dates should you go on before y'all have sex? You know what I mean? Go ahead and let us know what your thoughts are on that. All right, question number 4 of our 5-question Q&A here at Coffee Talk Podcast. Here's the 4th question. Did I say that right? The 4th question of the night out of 5. Again, this is 5-question Q&A. Number 4. Would you rather meet someone through mutual friends or on a dating app? Would you rather meet someone through mutual friends or on a dating app? What is your thoughts on that? Make sure you leave that in the comment. Chat box is open now. I'll be honest with you. My mother's or my children's mothers, two of my children's mothers, or one of the women I have 3 kids with, and the other mother I have 1 kid with. I met them on a dating site. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And what's strange enough about that is that I would probably prefer to meet people on dating apps, because when you are going through a dating app, that gives you a lot of time. That's what you like to call free dating. You know what I mean? Because you guys could be FaceTiming each other for a whole month and never have to worry about financial. You all didn't take each other out and have to spend a lot of money or anything, but you actually got to see who these people are and get a connection and a feel for them through their communication over time. So a dating app is cool, especially if you are patient. You know what I mean? You may be able to find someone and you may not be, but yeah, I prefer a dating app over meeting somebody through a mutual situation. Because when it's mutual, right, you don't really know what was said about you. You know what I mean? Maybe she's feeling you. Maybe she's feeling you because she heard something. Maybe she's feeling you because you got some money or whatever. And the person that introduced y'all, even if it was through respect and wanting to be a matchmaker, you don't want that person to be the one that put y'all together and y'all have a falling out. Now both parties are looking to blame you. Why you set me up with that broad, man? Or why you set me up with that nigga? That nigga ain't shit. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, we all been through these experiences, but we know people that have. Don't play with me tonight. Don't play with me. We ain't rated R tonight, but don't come on here acting like, hey, this ain't real, because it is real. But again, the 4th question of 5-question Q&A for tonight is: would you rather meet someone through mutual friends or on a dating app? Go ahead and leave that in the comments and let us know what your thoughts are. All right. We have made it to the last question tonight. Thank you for staying with us here at Coffee Talk Podcast. We really appreciate you joining us tonight on Grown Folks Social Hour, Grown Folks Night. It's been a pleasure. This is the last question of our 5-question Q&A, and we're going to call it a night. The 5-question Q&A is this. It's the last question, number 5. Would you rather have drunk sex or sober sex? Go ahead and leave that in the comments. Let us know. Would you rather have drunk sex or sober sex? Now, I'll tell you straight up, man, drunk sex is dangerous. You know what I mean? It really is, man. Because you don't know, especially if you don't know the female. Now, if you know the female, it might be a little bit more fun. But again, it's always risky when you're having drunk sex. You know what I mean? She can always say you took it. She can always say she didn't mean to give it to you. She was drunk. There's too many variables of a let out. No, you knew you wanted to give me that pussy. You gave me that pussy because you wanted to give me that pussy. So I'd rather have sober sex, because that lets me know that, you really critically thought about this shit and you want to give me some. You're attracted to me, I'm attracted to you, blah blah blah, blam blam blam. Thank you, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? But that is the 5th question of 5-question Q&A. Again, would you rather have drunk sex or sober sex? Go ahead and leave that in the comments. Let us know what your thoughts are. All right. So with that being said, man, it's been a wonderful night. We made sure that we we got it in for y'all so y'all can still be able to make the clubs or whatever you're gonna do. You probably just now finishing ironing. You know what I mean? But I just want to say thank you for supporting the show. Thank you. Excuse me, my nose. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I want to go ahead and hit y'all with the universal peace sign, and I want to say thank you. This is Coffee Talk Podcast. I'm your host, MISHUMAA SABA M. SABA, and this is our cultural variety podcast show. I'll see y'all later on this weekend. Peace.